Isebe lemfundo ephondweni elikhokelwa ngumphathiswa owongameleyo uFundile Gade wesebe lemfundo belibambe Inclusive Education Indaba nethathe iintsuku ezimbini ezisinguqu kwinkqubo yemfundo ukuqinisekisa umakulinganwe kwemfundo kwanokufikelela kubafundi ngakumbi abo baneemfuno ezizodwa. Lo msitho obubanjelwe ICC eMonti. Ethetha omnye wabameli ophuma kwi-Union yootitshala ephondweni uthethe wathi.
My name is Werner Oosthuizen. I'm representing SAOU Union Teachers Organization. I think the department is doing a lot if you look at it, but I'm teaching at Baysville School as well, and we're a school of skills. And I just feel that for inclusivity, they need to do the selection correct. For SID, that's severe people, and MID. And I think they must place the right kids at our school. For example, they can't place an autistic learner in our school because we work with tools like grinders and those type of things, and an autistic kid doesn't fit into that system. I must say this year, the team that was there, the selection was already done for the learners that we got, and thus far we didn't get one autistic learner because we stressed that point to them. But we can do more with kids with hearing problems. We can cater for them. You know, we've got, at this stage, we've got 4 learners in our school that's got hearing devices. We really would like to implement that a little bit more. But the selection must be correct, you know, for a school of skills, because we do hard work in workshops.
Ndingu Mrs. Botya, uphola igama, ndiqeshwe nguNaptosa. I'm not a member of Naptosa, and my responsibility phaya is nothing else but professional development of teachers. And when I say teachers, I mean teachers. I'm not saying Naptosa members. That is the mandate we have as per the SACE Act. Now, coming to your question, we are here for inclusive education in Indaba. Inclusive education is such a critical, sensitive topic. And in as far as we are concerned, Naptosa, we are not where we should be. We are not even nearer where we should be. We have just adopted the policies, but the implementation is so challenged. There are so many areas in education that need to be strengthened, polished, and specifically the curriculum section. Inclusive education is a curriculum aspect because the children are in the schools to learn. Now, here we are about which child are we talking about? What are the challenges of this specific child? And there's so many, they're so different. So you can't be thinking of a child who cannot walk, who cannot hear, who can't see. You have to think of all the categories of children in the classroom. The worst area is that the teachers are struggling to manage some of the learners in the classroom because so few teachers are qualified to handle, an example, an autistic child. A child who is having attention deficit, and that teacher becomes nervous.
Sidibene namhlanje sikhokelwa lisebe lezemfundo apha ephondweni. Isizathu soba sidibane sikwingqungquthela yesibini from 2019 ebizwa ngoba i-Inclusive Education Indaba. Thina singu-DIT siyasebenzisana nesebe lezemfundo uqinisekisa into yoba wonke umntana osesikolweni, wonke umntana omele ufumana inkxaso uyayifumana. kwaye nabafundisi-ntsapho ne-department bayasondela kakhulu ebantwaneni. Le nkqubo ke yiprogram yeentsuku ezimbini, iqale namhlanje izawuphela ngomso. Sifuna ukuqinisekisa ukuba i-white paper 6 engumqulu wokuqinisekisa into yoba abantwana abakhubazekileyo bayafunda bafane nabanye abantwana iyenzeka. Sigxininise sithethe neziphathamandla nayo wonke umntu oyinxalenye yale nkqubo, sibalande naba basemakhaya nabazali bakhuthale ukwenzela uba abantwana babo bafunde. UDiti usebenzisana neminye imibutho yabantu abakhubazekileyo. Apha phakathi kwethu sinombutho obizwa ngoba nguDCAC. UDCAC ngumbutho wabazali babantwana abakhubazekileyo. Siye siphume uphulo kuzo zonke iziphaluka zephondo, sithethe nabazali. Eyokugqibela besisemthatha sisenza loo nto. Emveni kophulo abazali baye basondele kuthi sithethathethane ne-department. Xa sigqibe ezo zinto sibone uba abo bantwana bebengekho esikolweni babasesikolweni, siyayifumana inkxaso ebazalini kwaye sikhuthaza nabo bagcina abantwana bebavalela kuba becinga uba lilishwa, babavulele because uMzantsi Afrika uvuleleke kuye wonke umntu. Uyabona mosilwa nengxaki ye-apartheid, into yoba izikolo kuqala zazisakhiwa zisakhelwa abantu aba-perfect. So urhulumente omtsha uyaqiniseka into yoba sijika ezaa zikolo zikhoyo kwaye kwakhiwa ezinye izikolo ezintsha. Siyayazi ke uba urhulumente une-backlog eninzi yokwakhiwa kwezikolo, kodwa sithi lo mzuzu kulungiswa ezinye makukhabe kusetyenziswa ezi zikhoyo, kutshintshwe noba iinguqu ziba ncinci kodwa abantwana babe sesikolweni. Iyenzeka ke loo nto, nathi singuDiti siyinxalenye yotshintsha kwezo zikolo.
This is quite one of the sectors that are a bit sensitive, because you would understand that once you don't have a clear strategy and a vision about them, you run a risk of having a battalion of young people that might not have any contribution nor any benefit from the very same democracy that we are talking about. Because our schooling system must not just be about them accessing the schools, but also how the content inside relates with the realities that they are confronted with, and how do you shape them so that they can be able to be included either in the economic springs that are going to happen as they develop, but also in the contribution as citizens of the country in the development of the nation that they ought to be part of. Yes, we have done that through the full service schools, but I am not that much comfortable in terms of the work that we have done that much, because still you have to be aggressive in retraining, redeveloping, repurposing the educators that you have, or take an initiative and sit with the vice chancellors of the universities that are producers of educators, so that we can have a wall-to-wall developed, trained educator that is content-based for people with disability, not people that are being trained because they have been in excess elsewhere, but that development must be part of their development as they get into universities, pass through the modules that they do, so that there is a proper alignment between the capability of educators and also the intentions that the nation seeks to get out of the inclusive education. Because remember, we are flowing from a concept of government of an inclusive society. So government talks about inclusive society, then as a sector, how do you then dovetail your mandate now from that particular concept, so that that concept does find an expression in the levers of government in general?